Next, I'm talking to Tyler from the band Undamaged Destiny about their song Conceited. Hello, Tyler. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing in lockdown in general?
It's not been too bad. It's just been super messy for everyone, but getting to jam again the other week was a nice relief. But no, it's been all right. I mean, it's been a strange old time for everyone.
So managed to get new songs written out and all that?
Yeah, we were all working on bits and pieces in the lockdown. We all had our own ideas sort of flowing. We only got in the room together for the first time last week.
Excellent.
So week before, sorry, even. And we got a new song finished, which was awesome. We got another 2 or 3 in the works as well. And yeah, it's been really cool. Like we've all been working on our own ideas and own concepts and coming together and finally putting them into practice was really cool.
Good stuff. Okay, can you tell us about the song Conceited, about how it came to be and the story behind it?
Oh, Conceited was the first song we wrote when we got in a room together. And well, we formed in a really strange way. But we all studied creative media production at college.
Right.
That's how we all met. And the other 3 guys in the band, they were in the other group. I was in a different group to them. But we often saw each other and always said hi and everything. And we knew each other because we often worked together on bits and pieces. But the guitar player of the band, Ewan, had this idea to do like a mockumentary film, a bit like Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
So it followed like a band, and it was the typical sex, drugs, rock and roll type thing. Lots of drug references and just crazy stuff. But I wasn't even really in it. It was all about, the whole joke was the singer didn't show up. I was filming my own project, but for the end scene, he wanted to have like a live performance, and he was trying to put a band together for it. And he asked if I'd do it because I'd sung in bands previously, and he was like, and I was really hoping I could do it, but it was just a case of like hoping it'd all fall into place, and it did, luckily. And we did this one-off show under the name Geezer, which was the name of the band. Total play on Weezer, and it was really cool. We just did 3 songs, we did 2 covers, and Conceited, which was an early version of Conceited, like a real rough version. But when that song came about, it was the first proper like time we got in a room together, and Ewan had the name Conceited and like the riffs, and I just improvised over the top, and I managed to come up with the chorus and like a rough verse. The verses were totally rewritten, but the chorus stayed exactly the same. And Conceited was really one of those lightning in a bottle moments that we managed to capture the first time we got in a room together. It changed a little bit. We fine-tuned it. The riff swapped around a bit. But at the end of the day, the same concept was there and the same principle was there. And Conceited's one of those tracks that we were just super proud of because it was a lightning in a bottle moment. And it was really cool.
Is it part of an album or an EP, or is it a standalone single?
It's a standalone single because we began recording an EP in March of this year, and Conceited was the first track we recorded, and we also recorded a second single called Evelyn, a second track called Evelyn, which we then released as a single because we had this plan for an EP. I believe it was going to be 4 songs and an intro, but the lockdown happened about 3 weeks later, so we didn't get a chance to complete it. But luckily, a couple of days before we went into, the schools and colleges shut, about a week before we went into lockdown, I completed the vocal track for the second single. So luckily we had the 2 songs done, ready to go. And Conceited we released 25th of March. So it was literally like first week of lockdown. So no, it's a standalone single because we didn't get to complete the EP. But I'm just really grateful we got to finish them in time and get them out during lockdown.
Yeah. Okay. You touched on this a little bit about how you all got together, etc. But tell us about your musical history. How long you've been writing yourself and recording?
Well, I've always been a lifelong music fan, really. I grew up loving music. My parents got me into music, and I was raised in a music-loving family. I've got relatives in bands and stuff. My first band was a band called Detritus, which was like a hard rock band. We kind of did a few things, but it was quite a heavy rock band. And that was kind of 2016 to 2017. I did that. I think we finished that kind of start of 2018. I also joined. I made a new band, which didn't really. It sounded really cool, but nothing really happened with it. And I also I played bass. I'm also a bass player,
right.
And I also looked at playing bass in like a cover band. Nothing really came of that. And I was kind of feeling like, well, when things settle down a bit, I'll start another band because I loved doing the initial band. That was really cool. And then I got offered to do this, and I didn't know what it would turn into. And we began doing this band in October for the joke film, and then we decided after that to continue. So by November, we did a warm-up show, which when we were unnamed, and then December we did our debut show. So we've been doing this band like nearing a year, and it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been such a great experience, you know. And we weren't expecting, obviously with the lockdown and everything, we weren't expecting to not be able to do shows and whatever. But no, it's been fantastic, and it's been a really cool experience.
This film, can we watch this film you were talking about?
Yeah, well, it's online. If you visit our website, there's a link to it.
Okay.
You can view it it's on YouTube, I believe. One of the other people from college uploaded it. But if you head over to our website, it is on there. And it's also, we're also planning on posting it to the socials, I think, so you can view it.
Excellent stuff. Okay, can you tell us about your musical influences since you were little until now, how they've changed and the one that stayed with you the most?
Oh, that's a great question. So I'm quite happy that I've got a really wide music taste now. Especially in recent years, I've really broadened the kind of stuff I like. But growing up, the bands that really got me into music were, I really got into Queen and Bon Jovi at a young age, through parents and everything. And the bands at a young age that really got me into like rock music were Motorhead and Iron Maiden. I saw Motorhead when I was 5, I believe. And I saw them multiple times after that. But yeah, Maiden and Motorhead were the bands that really got me into rock music. And growing up, then I really started to broaden my horizons. I got into heavier bands. I remember hearing Machine Head's Under the Locust record when I was 10. Oh, no, I was 9, sorry. It was 2011. And that album blew me away. I now have a Machine Head tattoo. It really broadened my horizon into getting into heavier music. And I really then I got into bands like Korn and people like that. But growing up, I've got a very open mind now to music. I think there's so much great music out there to appreciate. And but yeah, I'd say the band that stuck with me the most were Maiden and Motorhead. As I've grown up, like they changed my whole view on music, and really opened my eyes to rock music. And as I've grown up, they've stuck with me, and I've always loved them.
Good stuff. I like that. Okay, can you tell us about any upcoming plans you've got? Tour, gigs, music videos, anything like that?
Yeah, so at the moment, we've just got back to rehearsing. So we're planning on just keeping rehearsing, getting like a proper set together, getting some new tracks done as well. The next, I know it's super messy at the moment for everyone, but the next thing we really want to do is gig again, because we didn't really get to. We did our debut show in December under the name Undamaged Destiny. And then the plan was, we'd take a little while, record the songs, write some new stuff, and then when they're done, go out and gig again. And as we were nearing gigging again, the lockdown happened. So that's the thing we really want to do next: get out, play some live shows, play the new material. Because our second single, we didn't even get to play it live. So it's been out and, it's been shared around and everything, and we haven't actually played it live. We released a live video of it recently, of us rehearsing it. But yeah, that's definitely the next plan, to play live. Get some more gigs under the belt under the name Undamaged Destiny, because we only managed to do one performance.
It's not fair, is it? This virus fucking thing. It's just,
it sucks.
Can you tell us your social media links? I mean, you said about your website, but also the social media. Can you tell us all of them?
Okay, so the Facebook is Undamaged Destiny Band. The Twitter is udestiny_band. And the Instagram is undamaged_destiny.
And what's your website?
It's a Google site. It's in the links to all of the social medias. And so it will be linked up in all of those.
Excellent stuff. Right now, is there anything else you want to mention or talk about before we play your song?
First of all, just thank you for having me. I think it's really cool that you give a platform to underground bands like us to be heard. And thank you to everyone who's downloaded the tracks and listened to the tracks, because it really is really special to us, because we didn't know what this band would turn into when we began it. We began it as a laugh for a one-off gig, and now here I am talking to you.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it?
Exactly, right. It's just incredible for us, because we had no intention of this becoming like, a serious thing. And then here we are, nearing a year later, and we've got 2 singles up that we're really proud of, and it's just fantastic. And so thank you to everyone who streamed it and listened to it and downloaded it and everything. And thank you for having me on the show.
That's my pleasure. I'm glad you came on. I like your music. I've listened to both songs you said, and I think they're great.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. So, do you want to introduce your song?
Next up is our debut single, which was released in March of this year, Conceited.
cheated. Conceited. Conceited, feeling so cheated. Conceited, feeling so cheated. You're conceited, I'm 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 so cheated. Conceited, I'm so cheated. Looking at your long green hair and the purple dress that you